We are out here yet again on Red Feather Falls, and this insanely long hunt for a 200 whitetail continues, and I wanted to keep working on what we've been doing in multiplayer, and just kind of seeing if that seems to have any effect. And I think for this hunt, especially as we have a cow elk calling, we're probably going to fast travel to start with. I do want to give it like 30 seconds. A lot of times, if an animal calls and you fast travel immediately, you don't tend to get a call at your new spot, so I want to go down to here. But we'll give it a little bit to hopefully increase the chance that whatever's in the area may call. Well, there we go. Definitely, I think, worth the time to make sure whatever is around would give us a call. So hopefully he's going to come in. There's a track right there, but there's not much point checking the weight. I mean, we're going to sit here and bring him in and hopefully get the shot off regardless. So we'll just climb up here and wait then. Well, I can't get my binoculars on him because he's just kind of directly behind the tree, but he's definitely just an average sized buck. The only competition we're in today is one for weight, so technically this exact scenario is what we'd want. It's the heaviest whitetail buck shot from a tree stand tower or anything like that, but at 75 to 90 kg, this guy's not going to be anything special there, although maybe that will be a little bit better. I'm only just now realizing that's a winter camo tree stand. I guess I just had one left over and stuck it there, but not that it really makes a difference. It's just interesting that that's sitting there. But a hard shot on that guy and a 121 score, and I guess we'll just kind of hop back up here and call the other one in. Man, almost all the time we go to the stand and have no luck, but this time it was definitely worth just coming down here for the amount of just bucks and bulls that seem to be in the area. This is fast becoming quite the little gathering here at this tree stand. There are, I think, 4 different bull elk, which does make me think there should be a 5th somewhere back behind them. But our buck is coming in here, unfortunately yet again, kind of average size at 105 to 125, and again, not near the max weight estimate for the comp. But then underneath us somewhere would be a whitetail doe. And there's also a cow elk. I'm not so sure where she's gotten to, but I don't even know what to go for. I guess probably the buck, just so we don't get his tracks or anything later. 24 meters should be doable, and with the amount of stuff going on around this stand, I think the sooner we get this shot off, the better. Might want to let him stop again just to avoid having to track, but you can see the cow elk that I mentioned down there below us. I've never had so many animals at this stand at once, and I think the next step is having well, I was gonna say having so many animals running around, but I guess maybe after we do that, how is everything staying around here? I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Maybe we'll go ahead and shoot whatever bulls we can. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 harvests with all the different bows in the game, and the heavy recurve is one that we're about 150 away with, so we're getting kind of close. If we get this shot off quickly, as that guy is calling, should be good there. We're still not actually sending anything running just yet. I really think it is just absurd, like, how, I guess, quiet the heavy recurve bow can be. Like, there is a whitetail doe underneath this stand, and she still doesn't seem to notice us. There should have been one other bull, and I see that cow down there. I see the other bull, I guess. I wouldn't have thought that would be the same one, but there is one way back in there. The antler size matches, so I guess that's him. If our doe is gonna stay, we'll take that out. I swear, if we managed to get everything that was around us, that would be nothing shy of ridiculous for the way I thought this was gonna go, especially. I don't like this, but it felt doable. I didn't want that cow getting too close because I don't think she'd hang around like the doe did. We are yet again gonna have to make a straight down shot, but should be doable. Got her drop, and then it seems to be the case that that one bull over there is the only thing left, and actually he's stuck again. That is why he got over there that far, because he got stuck to begin with. So we may kind of change our position here, because as much as it's been great to shoot all these things, none are special, and definitely none are 200 scoring whitetails, so we gotta be on our way despite the fact that it's been a pretty interesting start to this video here at this tree stand. I think probably anywhere in here will work, as long as we can get that shot in there. as long as there's nothing weird with the elk hitbox as well. That is unreal. I was certain when we shot that buck initially that we were going to send everything in this area running, and I really did think that was going to mean for the next, 10 minutes potentially till we get out past where all these animals would run from, that we wouldn't see anything, but we've spooked nothing. Like, nothing around here has any idea that that just happened, and I think because none of these were all that special, I probably won't include claiming everything just because it's going to kind of really extend how far this, I guess, first spot ends up going into the video, but quite a start. The only thing I want to actually, definitely keep is the whitetail buck, since whitetail are the focus, and it's our best by one. That's gotta be one of the tallest, coolest looking 10 points I've seen in this game. He's a 145 to 170 estimate, and looks a lot better than the last couple. I was really worried there that he was gonna hide behind that tree, but we got him down. I want to say the highest scoring 10 point I've ever shot in Hunter Classic is something like 155, and I don't know. He's got all nice tines, everything looks even. Is there a chance he's going to go above that? I always think they're not going to be the highest scoring, but the mainframe 5x5s are some of the coolest looking deer. He's a 149, so not the biggest I've ever seen, but still a really cool looking buck, and I guess if there's one circumstance I don't want to see a max weight estimate, it's out here nowhere near a tower or anything, so can't complain about that. I cannot believe what I just looked up and saw. There is a pretty good looking non-tip just feeding right beside us, and I mean, we talked about it in a recent video. I think it was like a 160s or 170s buck that was feeding out in front of us, and I thought that was cool. To see a non-tip is just a completely different thing. Now, I don't think that a non-tip would count for that competition, because I want to say the game actually treats non-typical whitetail and typical whitetail as different species, but we saw 90 to 100 kg weight estimate, and I've got a tree stand just over to our left. If we can kind of skirt around this guy, and we probably have the ideal circumstance. I'll even put on some scent eliminator, but Boone & Crockett camo gives a bit of scent and sound reduction as well, so we'll try to get into the stand just in case this does count, and either way, we're going to be going after that guy even if we can't get into the stand. We made it into the stand, and seemingly just in time. I think he actually turned around. So, I mean, rather than bother calling, we'll just go ahead and drop him there. Now, I did actually go and look. The competition category says whitetail deer typical, so I don't think this is going to count regardless. And go figure, our first and only max weight estimate to this point is a non-tip. He's 93 kg, so not a big deal. 8-meter double lung shot and a 201 score. I actually think he's one of the coolest looking whitetail deer that we've shot. He's just got an interesting rack, and I don't even know exactly what it is about it. It's just super low, but then all that mass out towards the end of the main beams. I think oftentimes with non-tips, appreciating individual aspects of the rack can be sort of something that's a second thought, but these drop tines, not only do I think they look really good, they're just really cool on a low rack like that, and I don't love this trophy shot. I couldn't quite get him in the sun as much as I liked. The only option just on this hill was to only have from his neck up, and I think that just looked a little bit odd, so we're gonna go with that. We'll definitely tax him for the Rares Lodge, or maybe somewhere in a different trophy lodge, and it would figure that a hunt like this would result in a non-tip. I've been saying it for quite some time. I felt like we were due for one, and now in the last, I guess, 2.5 weeks, we've had 3 of them, and we're actually heading over to the very spot where we shot what is my highest scoring whitetail ever in over 10 years of playing the Hunter Classic now. Well, we might be on our way to wrapping up this video. That is a moose that we're going to have to go and take. 200 to 225 estimate, so guaranteed to top 200, which, go figure. We could get a 200 moose, but not a 200 whitetail, although a 200 scoring moose is just a little bit more common, but see if we can get a heart shot in there. It'd be nice to not have to track, and the 30-06 is going to do the job just fine. I mean, from the events of today's hunt, multiplayer sure looks like the way to go. Now, I'm not any good really at judging moose. I can always tell roughly when they're above 200, but that's about it. I think he's probably 2 teens, because all of his tines seem short to me. 218, I mean, towards the upper end of that estimate, so certainly can't complain there. I don't love that there's like some shadows from the brush on our character, but the moose is so perfectly like in the sunlight. I don't want to move anything there. But this right here was the spot where last week on stream we encountered the highest scoring whitetail I've ever seen playing the Hunter Classic. There we go. Oh my god, that's a huge knot tip. Whoa. What are you, sir? Look at that. 315 to 350, are you kidding me? Is that real? Is that the actual... Because knot tip estimates are very often wrong. If that's right, he's gonna be my biggest, and it's not close. I can't just... That just came out of absolutely nowhere. Holy. 17 meters, I think we'll call that good. Try to get the shot out before he goes anywhere. Cool. That's wild. Say hi to YouTube? Yeah, for real. That, 1 week from today, essentially, will probably be in a classic video. Oh my goodness. I wonder. Is it real? Is that estimate real? Please be real. A 300 knot tip, it's been years. Spine 2 and liver, what a weird shot. 329. Oh, that's huge. Wow. Think the sun's brightening up a little extra for us. I like it. Cool, cool. You know, I think he's actually even, but there's the bend in his main beams are different. It is. And what a hunt this ultimately became. And by the way, don't forget, that 329 knot tip whitetail was also a multiplayer game. Does it really mean anything? I don't know. But today we shot a 200 plus knot tip, which now that I think of is really unfortunate. 201 not typical instead of typical. A 218 moose, and we had that 329 knot tip whitetail also from multiplayer. So I think I'd like to continue just kind of hunting this way. I mean, it's certainly producing trophies, even if not the exact ones that we are after, but I don't know if we can quite fast travel. I know we should be pretty close. Yeah, we can, so we'll go back and take a look at the new knot tip in our trophy lodge. And it really is just such a cool addition up there to this trophy lodge, 329.2913. And actually, I think what's crazy to me, our 3 highest scoring knot tips ever are this whitetail, and then these 2 mule deer, a 357 and a 359, which I think were a week apart. Yeah, exactly 1 week. All of these were stream kills, and with over 5,000 hours in the Hunter Classic, for those couple hours of streams to be the ones where these huge knot tips show up, all multiplayer, maybe there is actually something to that, but if you want to see those streams, I'll have the link to my Twitch channel in the description below. And I think on that note, looking at this absolute beast of a whitetail, that is officially going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.